Hey there Vault Dwellers, Naked Vault Dweller here, and in this video we're going to cover the Fallout 76 Steel Rain quest, A Satisfied Conscience. So if you like how-tos, tips and tricks, walkthroughs, the occasional dad joke, some locker room humor, you are definitely in the right place. So take this moment, hit the subscribe button down below, like the video, and hit that notification icon. That way you'll be one of the first to know whenever I release a video in the future. And like many of our other Brotherhood of Steel quests, we're going to start at Fort Atlas. And once you arrive, you're going to want to head inside and go ahead and start talking to Palladin Ramani. When you get there, you'll discover that Palladin Ramani and Knight Shin, along with Scribe Valdez, are having a conversation about the missing people here in Appalachia. Breaking down their conversation, you come to the understanding that the Hell Cat Company and Dr. Blackburn have come to some kind of conspiracy to grab up people from Appalachia and run tests on them. That's when Scribe Valdez will pop in and say that she's discovered the origin of the Pip-Boy you brought back not too long ago, which is Vault 96. Once you've finished up the conversation with the rest of your team, Valdez says that she'll meet you at Vault 96. At this point, you're going to want to load up your map. Look at the very bottom portion of it, you'll see a black bar. Vault 96 is just north of it. And once you get to Vault 96, go ahead and work your way inside. The vault will be open to you. And once you get inside, your mission objective is going to change for you to speak to the survivor. And looking around, you're going to happen upon Corporal Woods lying on the floor. She's barely still alive, but able to have a conversation with you. And once you start speaking to Corporal Woods, she'll explain to you that she's part of the Hell Cat's Mercenary group and that they were ambushed by the Blood Eagles. She also appears to be mortally wounded and about to bleed out. And Corporal Woods will actually die at the end of this conversation, so make sure you ask her all the questions that you want to ask her, because there's no going back. And of course, she's going to remind you that the whole time that you're asking her questions too. Next, you're going to signal Valdez from the terminals upstairs, and there's 4 of them, but all you need to do is access one of them. Once you access the terminal, choose the option to activate the emergency transponder. That should get Valdez here pretty quick. From this point, you're going to back away from the terminal, and magically Valdez will appear right behind you. You'll have a brief conversation explaining kind of the scenario of what's going on here, where Valdez will just kind of jut off and start doing her own thing on the terminal before she decides that you guys need to search deeper into the vault. And while heading deeper into the vault, you'll come across a closed vault door. There'll be a terminal off to the right. You'll access it, but cannot open the door. Valdez will eventually say, "Hey, let me take a shot at it." And of course, she can open it because she's a master hacker. And it's at this point you'll go deeper into the vault to search for clues. And it's at that point you'll happen upon a whole pile of Blood Eagles, mixed in with some robots as well. And the robots don't like the Blood Eagles, and the Blood Eagles don't like the robots, and none of them like you. And you're going to have to take all these guys down to go to the next quest objective. And once you've gotten rid of all the enemies, you're going to hear Dr. Blackburn come across the intercom and giving you a speech about how you need to return and leave him alone. Once you're done listening to Dr. Blackburn, you're going to turn and speak to Scribe Valdez, where she'll say that we need to search everywhere, and she wants to start at the room labeled Mainframe. Once you make it into the Mainframe wing, you're going to look for 3 clues scattered around. Make sure that you follow them around on your compass so they're easy to find. There's also more robots and Blood Eagles running around in here, so make sure you proceed with caution. For the terminal, I selected entry 2, even though I think entry 1 and entry 3 would have done the same thing. There was also a journal entry labeled Vault 96. I'd read it to you, but there's just a bunch of words on there. You'll also run across the holotape FEV Research Log number 22. Play that one. And it's at this point that your quest objective will update telling you that you need to open the reactor wing, and you have an optional to that, which is short circuit the terminal fuse box. And for me, whenever I made it over to the terminal and the fuse box, I decided to go ahead and short circuit the fuse box. The terminal was a level 3 hack and I just didn't want to deal with it. It still got me in the door and I was able to proceed forward. Once you open the door, your quest will update again, telling you that you need to search the reactor wing for more clues. Also keep your weapon unholstered because there's still a lot of Blood Eagles running around to stop your forward progress. Once you've cleared out all the Blood Eagles, look down at your compass and follow it around. It's going to show you 2 more clues that you're going to need to pick up. And it's from my play experience that I didn't have a select order that I need to choose from to pick up the clues. First, I picked up the FEV Research Log number 38. Next, I picked up the note left lying here labeled Breakthrough. It has a bunch of words on it. I'm going to leave it here just for a second so you guys can read it if you want to otherwise. After you're done reading the note, your quest will update again for you to open the Cryogenics wing. Once you make your way over to the Cryogenics wing door, you'll hear a familiar voice come over the intercom. Tally Lang is on the other side of the door asking for assistance for her and her group as they're running out of ammunition and time as they fight off robots in that area. Tally offers a deal that she'll give you the vault security key card that opens all the doors in the facility if you decide to help her. And there's a lot of options to choose from in this dialogue tree. I chose the easiest one just because I want to get inside the door. Once Tally lets you in the door, a battle will ensue with robots coming into the room. Her and her crew and you and Valdez all team together to get rid of them all. After you've cleared out all the robots, you'll speak again with Tally Lang face to face. This is where she'll live up to her end of the bargain, and you can opt to kill her if you wanted to. I chose not to, but I'd be interested to know if you could. Make sure to leave a comment in this video letting us know if you did that or not. Next, you're going to be tasked to search the Cryogenics bay for clues. And remember to check back down on your compass because it's going to lead you right to them. And the first clue I picked up was FEV Research Log 57. And the next clue I found was labeled Corpse Disposal, which is a piece of paper. And when I look at it, guess what was there? More words. And the last clue I found in this area was on a gurney labeled Reminder Supplies. Again, your quest objective will update to open the research wing. And when you make it to the research wing door, you'll notice that there's a card reader to the right. The key card that Tally gave you earlier should open this door. From here, your quest objective will update once again to search the research wing for clues. Now, I know I keep sounding like a broken record here, but remember to keep an eye on this compass down here as it's always going to maintain your quest objectives. And the first clue I found here was the FEV Research Log number 112 holotape. Next, I made my way over to this research terminal, and inside you have a number of options to choose from. What seemed to work for me was number 144H as in hotel. The last clue was labeled Snallygaster, which was a note. When I read that note, it looked like this. With the quest objective updating, now you're going to want to locate the prisoners. That's when we'll discover Cassie Holloway standing on the other side of some glass. And Cassie Holloway is Art Knapp's niece, the one that originally sent us down this path in the first place. Your conversation with Cassie will briefly tell you that there's a computer on the back wall somewhere that you'll need to go and access because that appears to be what Blackburn was using to open the door. When you make your way over to the terminal, you'll want to select the option for test chamber access and unlock all the chambers that are over there. Now head back over to Cassie and have a conversation with her. In your conversation with Cassie, she'll kind of explain how she arrived to be at that point. She'll also explain that she's also ill along with all the other survivors. Once we're done talking to Cassie, our quest objective will update again to tell us to open the Overseer's office. When you make it to the Overseer's office, you'll find that your keycard doesn't open it, and when you consult with Valdez, she tells you there's got to be some other way in. Valdez then directs you to the utility room where you can disable the hydraulics to the door and then enter in. At this point, you want to go ahead and make your way over to the utility room and disable the hydraulics on the door. Just before you disable the hydraulics, you have a number of options to choose from. I chose Strength because that appears to be my highest attribute, but go with what you think will work. I believe they all will. At this point, you'll have access to the Overseer's office. You'll head upstairs and you'll talk to Dr. Blackburn, where he'll surrender to you, but not before he gives you an ominous warning that everything is already put into motion. Make sure you try to explore the full dialogue tree here with Blackburn, as he'll give a pretty detailed view of what's been going on. As a side note, I got the cryogenic bed plan for my camp from this quest. And that's it for A Satisfied Conscience. If this walkthrough was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Or if you're stuck somewhere and need some assistance, leave us a comment down below. I or someone else might be able to assist you. Until we meet on the Catalyst, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.
She landed. I just jumped on top of this thing and she landed right there with me. What is it doing?